Hello everyone, welcome back to a new review. Today I'm going to be starting my journey down the Best Picture nominations at this year's Oscars. Our first one is Netflix's All Quiet on the Western Front. I should start this review off with saying that I'm not really a fan of war movies. I get what they're going for, and I typically don't rewatch war movies either. I'm usually like one and done with them. There are war movies I like Saving Private Ryan. I actually like 1917 quite a bit as well, but I was a little wary going into All Quiet on the Western Front. I'd heard about how violent it is, and I am just not like a violent war kind of guy. It always puts me off. But knowing that I've seen reviews saying that it's used as like a tool to forward an anti-war message, I feel like that could be an easier way to see it, and that did benefit me watching it. This is the first time that I have digested this story in any medium. I've never read the book. I hadn't seen any other adaptations. So this was essentially a brand new experience for me. And this movie, as great as it is very exhausting. This is a very exhausting movie to get through. The message of war is hell is pretty much nailed right from the beginning of the movie, and it does not stop. And again, using violence as a tool for this message really hammered it home, and that also like really made for a genuinely depressing movie in a couple of ways. I can say though that I did like this movie for what it was from a technical standpoint, which is where most of its Oscar nominations are. It is spectacular. I think the cinematography is amazing. The production design, the makeup, everything, and like all the production design, it's really it adds to this absolutely terrifying experience of war that I guess I'd say I'm lucky that I haven't been able to live through. Uh, I don't really have a lot to say about this this movie other than wow, what a very I, that I'm just speechless at this point. I can't even find the words. What I do think I do want to remember from this, which I'm surprised wasn't nominated in this aspect, was the lead actor, Felix. I have his name down. Felix Kammerer, I think that's how you say it. It's German, so I don't know if I nailed the pronunciation or not. I'm not good at that kind of stuff. But goddamn, uh, just him playing our lead character Paul is it's a heartbreaking performance, especially just as it goes on. The feeling of war, you can just see the light leave his eyes throughout, and the whole supporting cast is incredible too. But again, this is just a movie that I don't want to experience again, and just really like if this is an anti-war message, and we know it is, it did a really damn good job of this, and just really showed how horrifying World War One was, and just how terrifying war is in general across the board. I feel like I should also mention that this is a Netflix original. This is also nominated for Best Picture, along with its screenplay and pretty much every other technical nomination, except for a couple, which is very impressive. And I don't know how it was released overseas, but here in the United States, it was released as a Netflix original. And Netflix originals, they do have a bit of a reputation to be not that great a lot, but I could say while this isn't my favorite Netflix movie, just because of the experience of physically watching the movie, this is technically one of the best Netflix originals that has ever been put out. I understand all of the nominations that it's been getting, and it kind of came out of nowhere because I looked into it. Apparently, it got a lot of love from the BAFTAs, and that carried over to the Oscars. I guess that pretty much sums up my thoughts on this movie. All Quiet on the Western Front is a fantastic and haunting and very disturbing anti-war movie. From a technical standpoint, it is an achievement in war filmmaking. I don't know if it's, but in the genre of military war movies, this really stands out in so many different ways. It's elevated by the lead performance from Felix Kammerer, and just really, I feel like I don't want to watch this movie again, but I can really appreciate the time and effort that director Edward Berger went into to make this story onto the big screen again. I'm gonna give this movie a 9 out of 10. And I do think, in terms of the Oscars, since this is an Oscar frontrunner, I would say, it could take home a couple technical awards. Maybe it'll walk home with Best Picture. I wouldn't mind that happening. Those are my full thoughts on the movie. Let me know what you think of this movie if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, what is your go-to war movie? Like what's your favorite one you've seen? And just if you do like those kind of movies, I really don't, but if you do like these movies, what's your favorite out of this genre of movie? Let me know what you think. Subscribe down below. I will see you in the next video. See ya.